me saying that Leighton and I were frenemies. And it's
frenemies. Is that the new term, frenemies?
Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies. And it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about like Penn and Chase hating each other.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
This movie is going to affect people, and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share.
Blake Lively has long cultivated the image of Hollywood's golden girl, but behind that polished exterior lies a much darker truth. She's the ultimate mean girl. For years, she's relied on her powerful connections and celebrity allies to shield her behavior from scrutiny, allowing her to act with pettiness, cruelty, and manipulation without consequence. But those days are over. Former co-stars and colleagues are now speaking out, exposing Blake for who she really is. The drama unfolding between Blake and Justin Baldoni is hardly unprecedented. Blake has a long history of clashing with castmates and colleagues, from Penn Badgley to Anna Kendrick and now Baldoni. When you pile up that many enemies over different projects, it's fair to ask whether the problem might be her. The pattern is clear. She creates friction, undermines others, and leaves chaos in her wake. Despite this, she has managed to maintain a spotless public image, largely thanks to being married to Ryan Reynolds and having influential friends like Taylor Swift. These alliances allowed her to sidestep accountability and keep her mean girl behavior under wraps. But the shields are cracking, and the real Blake Lively, the petty, insufferable, and sometimes downright cruel collaborator, is finally being revealed.
My parents had paid the show choir director to put me in the choir because I can't sing or dance to save my life.
But you were lead in that choir,
I went in there, I was like, I'm supposed to be in this choir. Yeah, I was very like passionate, and you know, they put me in the choir.
Were you a high school actress?
No, I was in show choir. Glee is based on my high school, so it was it was so much fun. If I could be professionally in show choir for a living, I would, but I can't sing or dance. And
so how do you show choir if you can't sing or
because I
dance?
was really excited to be there, and I just I had a very big performance face, so they'd put me in the front row a lot because there were amazing singers and dancers that were just kind of saying the words, but I would be like.
Blake Lively has built a public image as the devoted wife, caring mother, loyal friend, and Hollywood's golden girl with a perfect smile. But ask anyone who's worked with her, and a different story emerges. Tales of career sabotage, relentless attention-seeking, and attempts to steal the spotlight from colleagues, revealing a far darker side behind the polished facade. In Toro 3. Let's start with Penn Badgley, Blake Lively's co-star on Gossip Girl. Everyone's heard about Blake being petty, but what she did to Penn was on a whole other level. Imagine you're excited for a new role, ready to dive into the set, only to find everyone treating you like an outsider.
Why?
Because your co-star, the person you're supposed to share on-screen chemistry with, had already set the tone by spreading rumors about you. And it wasn't because you did anything wrong. She just disliked you and was willing to manipulate the entire cast to turn them against you. That's exactly what happened between Blake and Penn when they first met. Blake had wrapped the cast around her fingers, and they obeyed her every word. It took a whole week before anyone warmed up to Penn and realized he wasn't the awful person Blake had made him out to be. Doing this just because she could is pure mean girl behavior, and it's no surprise Blake has carried those allegations for years. If you thought that was bad, it gets worse. After marrying Ryan Reynolds, Blake became nearly untouchable. Producers clamored to be her friend, media outlets begged for even minor attention, and her influence skyrocketed. When she made it clear she didn't support Penn, the industry quickly turned on him. Meanwhile, Blake became Hollywood's golden girl. Penn's career took a back seat, almost blacklisted for a time, until he eventually rebounded with a Series U. It's wild how much one person can affect another's trajectory, but that's exactly what happened. Fast forward to now, and the same pattern seems to be playing out with Justin Baldoni on the set of It Ends With Us. Even before the legal battle started, fans noticed the tension. Justin was often left out, treated differently by the cast, and the press tour highlighted the awkward dynamic. For example, he discovered during the tour that Ryan Reynolds had worked on the movie's infamous rooftop scene, something Justin was apparently unaware of. And behind the scenes, Blake reportedly leveraged Ryan's influence to pressure Justin into accepting changes to his own script that he didn't want. The parallels between Penn's experience and Justin's situation are striking. Blake's ability to manipulate colleagues, control narratives, and turn influence into power over other people's careers seems to be a recurring pattern. Whether it's subtle bullying, rumor spreading, or overt pressure, Blake's history shows a consistent willingness to put her own image and ego above others, leaving a trail of professional setbacks in her wake.
It starts with us, so I'm hoping to see you back in the double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Justin said he doesn't know if he'd be game to direct the next one, but perhaps Blake would. Is that something that you would entertain?
Oh, absolutely. I think that whoever decides to take charge of the next one would do it justice. But, it's a lot of people to get the same schedules together again, so we'll see.
Oh, absolutely. She's so capable of that. She is a powerhouse. She could do literally anything.
Things got so bad during the premiere of It Ends With Us that Justin Baldoni and his team were practically relegated to the basement while Blake Lively dominated the spotlight, acting as if she were the sole person responsible for the film. It was a public display of control that left many fans and insiders shaking their heads. The situation echoes past behavior, like what happened with Penn Badgley during Gossip Girl. While their initial dynamic was tense, Penn surprisingly ended up dating Blake for about 2 to 3 years while filming the show. But eventually, Blake ended the relationship and soon found herself with Ryan Reynolds, cementing a pattern of using influence and relationships to shift attention to herself. Now, some of the texts Blake reportedly sent to Justin suggest she might have been secretly infatuated with him and perhaps felt embarrassed when he didn't reciprocate her feelings. This speculation adds another layer to her manipulative behavior, but it's not just private messages that reveal the truth. Others saw right through her act, including Colleen Hoover, who reportedly took a social media break to distance herself from Blake and her antics. When Colleen returned, fans noticed she had removed every mention, tag, or reference to Blake from her accounts. It's easy to see why. Blake has a history of taking stories about sensitive issues like sexual assault or domestic violence and attempting to make them about herself. This behavior has alienated co-stars, journalists, and even fans who have called her out repeatedly. Yet Blake seems to operate with the belief that she can control everything. It's no surprise that many of those she's crossed are now banding together to expose her. Penn Badgley wasn't the only person on Gossip Girl with whom Blake acted shady. She also clashed with Leighton Meester, her on-screen best friend. Their personalities and priorities reportedly caused tension during filming. On the show's 10th anniversary in 2017, executive producer Joshua Safran told Vanity Fair that the women didn't follow each other on social media and weren't close friends in real life. According to him, their differences were down to personality. Blake was extroverted and highly engaged, while Leighton was more introverted and reserved, but anyone observing interviews and press runs could see it was deeper than just personality differences. Blake often made sensitive jokes and sometimes outright mean comments, expecting others to laugh along. Leighton, born under difficult circumstances herself, became the butt of casual jokes in interviews, something that clearly crossed a line. While Blake thrived in the moment, constantly aware of her surroundings and controlling narratives, Leighton remained distant and quiet, navigating the set on her own terms. The contrast highlighted Blake's tendency to dominate the spotlight, manipulate situations, and make others feel sidelined, whether intentionally or out of habit. From Penn to Justin to Leighton, Blake's pattern is unmistakable, controlling, manipulative, and often cruel under the guise of charm or humor. These behaviors have left lasting marks on her co-stars and collaborators, revealing a side of Hollywood's so-called golden girl that the public rarely sees.
Recently saying that Leighton and I were frenemies, and it's
frenemies. Is that the new term, frenemies?
Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies, and it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about like Penn and Chase hating each other and being jealous and competitive.
Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
A moment by me.
Remember Savannah.
It was another promise was no pet monkey. Yeah. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them. Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
Your wardrobe.
That is important. Very good. It's very important.
This is wardrobe.
This is wardrobe. This was on the return rack. I think it was hers. So I had to go and like slip them cash to wear it.
Whether it's Blake Lively's chronic inability to read the room or just that infamous mean girl energy, her behavior didn't sit well with many people on set. Reports indicate that her tension with Leighton Meester escalated to the point where other cast members felt forced to pick sides, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere behind the scenes. This discord eventually spilled over into press appearances, where fans and media alike could sense the strain between them. Blake has often been described by co-stars as a diva who insists on having her way, no matter the cost. One of the clearest examples comes from Armie Hammer, another Gossip Girl alum. In an interview with Andy Cohen, he hinted at how difficult it was to work with her, suggesting that her behavior contributed to his early exit from the show. While Armie tried to remain diplomatic, his comments revealed just how unsettling the experience was. Behind the glamour and red carpets, Blake's reputation for being controlling and high maintenance left a lasting mark on those who worked with her, exposing a side of Hollywood's golden girl few ever see.
So for Armie, on Gossip Girl, who was the biggest diva on set?
Biggest diva on set of Gossip Girl.
You can say it because it's so far away from where you are now. That show's over. I suggest that you do not pass on another question.
By the way. Thank you, Chelsea.
I wish I could take all of my passes back and use them all right now.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Let me just say, that was a tough show to film, and I didn't end up actually filming all of the episodes I was supposed to because it was such a tough film.
Really? Literally, you said, get me out of this.
It was also like, get him out of here. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it just literally was that. Whose love interest were you?
I was Blake Lively's love interest.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay, well
Sounds like she was the problem.
It sure does, Chelsea.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Don't put words into his mouth.
Yeah. Yes. Because my foot is already there.
No, it is not.
No, yeah, continue. Sorry, it's your show.
No, please, you continue. I'm interested in what you... No, I like
Sorry.
it.
I need another drink.
As dramatic as Blake Lively's tension with co-stars can be, it pales compared to the friction she had with Anna Kendrick during the 2018 thriller A Simple Favor. Sources say the conflict began years earlier, in 2016, when Anna reportedly made a comment about Blake's close friend, Taylor Swift. Anna told reporters that she would be terrible at emulating someone like Swift, describing her as the perfect Miss America version of interacting with fans and creating a positive experience for everyone. Anna added, "I don't want people to meet me and have it ruin their day, but I'm glad I can say something weird to them, and they know that's just me." By most accounts, it wasn't a direct insult toward Taylor Swift, but Blake took it personally. Determined to defend her friend, she allegedly used her influence on set to undermine Anna, creating tension during the film's production. The press tour for A Simple Favor reflected this strain. Interviews were reportedly painful to watch, with the animosity between the two so palpable that it felt almost physical. Observers noted that the tension seemed to affect the energy of the entire cast, making what should have been routine promotional events awkward and uncomfortable for everyone involved.
Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
How quickly do you know if you're gonna gel with a co-star? Is it like day one, you're like, okay, I'm in this and it's not working, or?
I feel like it's pretty rapid cognition for me.
Yeah, I think but there's some people, like, I've had people who, like, I don't necessarily, like, we're not best buddies at all moments, but, like, do we do well together on screen? And there's some people that, like, we're best buddies, and then on screen it's like, so you just never really know.
Right.
And so, I don't know, but it's fun. But you definitely know once you're shooting, like,
this is what it's gonna be.
Who you gel with and who you don't. And, like, and that was what's so great about this movie, is that the characters on the page can be a little bit more, like, black and white. Like, these two women, we didn't totally understand how they would come together and be friends. But once we got in it, once we started playing, and once Paul sort of created that environment, we stepped into our characters and our wardrobe and saw how over the top we could be in moments and how, you know, honest we could be in others. It just sort of like all came together in a way.
It was later revealed by Claire and Ashley, hosts of the Celebrity Memoir Book Club, that by the time filming wrapped, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick were no longer speaking. An insider claiming to have worked at the studio spilled the details of the behind-the-scenes drama. They said, "I worked for Lionsgate at the time and can confirm the rumors are true. They hated each other." The tension had become so visible that the studio intervened, instructing both actresses to at least appear cordial during press tours. The insider explained that Anna was particularly competitive with Blake, frequently pushing to receive more promotion than her co-star. At one point, she even requested that her cleavage be enhanced in promotional posters for a simple favor to match or surpass Blake's. According to one of the producers, the tension on set was unbearable, and filming often had to be scheduled around the conflict. Tensions escalated during press events, with Anna finding Blake impossible to work with, while Blake accused Anna of trying to steal the spotlight. The drama intensified to the point that, by the end of the promotional tour, the two actresses had completely severed contact. In one interview, Anna even revealed that she had muted Blake across all her social media accounts, ensuring no interaction or trace of Blake's presence remained online.
Opinions about you. How do you kind of just like, you know, not let it affect you at all?
Everyone's opinion of me is just so positive. I do let it affect me. I do. Because everyone's like, you're great, and I'm like, I know.
You're not great. Blocked.
Yeah.
Do you block people ever?
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah.
You can mute people on Instagram?
Yeah, it's a new feature.
Really?
I know. Get excited.
Wow, that's exciting.
But you replied to someone recently, I think, which they made headlines about.
Oh,
on
really?
Instagram, yes. Someone was saying something about a spelling or something, and you just
Oh my gosh, I always
back.
appreciate when people correct me. It wasn't, someone said something about the spacing. I still really don't know how social media works, so if someone tells me how to fix spacing on something, hyperlinks. Who knows how to work a hyperlink?
I don't know.
I use an iPhone, it does everything for me. Yeah.
One consistent thing in most of the videos is that Blake always says something shady or inappropriate, and Anna has to call her out immediately, keeping her in check on the spot.
When Anna gives me confidence too. I like compliments. I'm not below compliments. That's what my mom always says. She's like, wants me to compliment her, and she's like, I'm not below compliments. I'm like, it's clear that you're not, because she's always soliciting.
Oh, because you were just telling me about like weird expressions that she gets wrong, wouldn't it be I'm not above compliments?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, she gets it all wrong. I never even thought about it.
Yeah.
She says it. Yes, she's not above compliments. My mom gets everything sort of
like
flipped.
expression. She was just telling me like
She'll be like
funny
smooth as pie. She'll be smooth as silk or whatever.
Easy as pie.
Yeah,
Right.
and smooth as silk. But my mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me, yeah, I sort of like struggled with that because I've sometimes judged her for being so confident, which I think is like not fair, right?
Yeah, you're such a bad daughter.
Terrible daughter. See, this is an entire therapy session.
That's good. Get it.
Blake Lively took her pettiness to a whole new level when she attempted to sabotage the sequel to A Simple Favor. The director brought both Blake and Anna Kendrick back for part 2, and despite their previous tension, they agreed to return. But things quickly went off the rails when Blake refused to do any promotional work for the film. As the main character, her absence from promo meant Anna couldn't carry it alone, and without proper promotion, the movie was at risk of flopping. Blake didn't offer any real explanation for her refusal, just that she didn't feel like it. This led Amazon to shelve the project indefinitely. Despite glowing test screenings, the fallout affected everyone involved. Co-stars, the director, and the production team all stood to lose significant money, while Blake walked away untouched. Eventually, she announced she would promote the film, but only because she was tired of being labeled the villain on every set. By then, however, the damage was done, and the negative press surrounding her was already entrenched. This pattern is familiar. Blake has consistently left a trail of burnt bridges in her career, and it's surprising that many still choose to work with her. Money, influence, and her Hollywood status have helped her bounce back from previous incidents, but things may be shifting. Since her legal battle with Justin Baldoni began, the public has uncovered more about her behavior. revealing a side of Blake that many hadn't seen before. So the question now is whether Blake Lively is genuinely a shady, manipulative figure, or if this is part of a carefully orchestrated narrative against her. With a history of pettiness, sabotaging co-stars, and prioritizing herself over others, many are starting to form their own opinions. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video for more insider details on Blake's Hollywood antics.